My child, I know these words may unsettle you, yet they matter. Certain encounters have left you uneasy. Your gentle spirit met responses that failed to respect it. Your feelings are valuable, and it hurts when others treat them roughly. You offered affection freely, expecting honesty in return. That hope is healthy because I've shaped you to connect with clear intent. Yet not every connection you meet holds the same intent. I have seen you wait, trust, and believe. Your capacity for hope reflects mine. But when expectation keeps meeting letdowns, your well-being calls for change. Remember, recognizing this mismatch is the first step toward lasting peace and freedom. I do not speak to deepen your pain, but to steer you. I have watched quietly while you poured yourself into moments that offered little in return. I understand the depth of your need for real connection and how fragile it becomes when overdrawn. Because I value you, I will not remain silent as your energy is spent. Some whom you forgave and supported did not answer with equal integrity. They drew from your open heart as though it could never run dry, forgetting it also needs renewal. I listened to prayers whispered through tears, felt the confusion in long silences, and saw you hold on even when every inner signal urged release. Your sincerity can make it hard to notice when others are not approaching you with the same transparency. Naming this pattern now protects what is tender within you. I know every movement of your heart. I understand its wish for honest closeness. Because I hold you dear, I refuse to let fog surround your view. Some to whom you offered mercy did not respect the light that guides you. They mistook quiet kindness for weakness and felt entitled to your time. Words kept you uncertain, pointing to images that never matched reality. I will not let misunderstanding keep you bound. Your worth is not up for debate, and your light is not a resource for careless hands. You deserve company that stands beside you with equal clarity. When someone speaks well, but acts poorly, believe the action. Truth shows itself through consistency, not charm. You were not born to shrink under thoughtless hands. I did not breathe life into you so that fleeting desires or unclear motives could control your days. Someone may speak your name or reach for your hand. Yet if their actions keep your spirit unsettled, accept what is shown. Some keep you close for convenience, drawing on your light without giving real care in return. That is not the bond one intend. True closeness is mutual. It does not rely on your effort alone. Notice when presence feels like a duty for you and an advantage for them. Respect yourself enough to step back when the exchange lacks balance. Doing so is neither harsh nor unkind. It simply honors reality and preserves your steadiness. I see the questions turning in late hours and the ache that follows when sincerity meets half measures. You wonder what fault was yours. And I tell you plainly, none. Loving deeply is not an error. Believing in goodness is not naive. Offering another chance does not make you weak. These traits show healthy hope. Still, when hope meets patterns that wound, wisdom calls you to pause. It is time to notice what your body and thoughts have tried to explain. Something is off, and it is not your doing. The discomfort you feel is information. A quiet guide urging you to consider whether the connection you protect is genuine or simply familiar. Pain repeated is not a lesson failed. It is an alarm waiting for response. Listen. Let the unease steer you toward healthier ground. Growth often begins the moment you accept that consistent tension is not a requirement for closeness. If a mistake exists, it lies in giving full trust to hearts that pursued comfort, not truth. That is not the love I designed. Real care builds, clarifies, and frees. What grips you now looks like care, but drains you in practice. Words seemed tender. Gestures looked familiar. Yet beneath the surface lived a pattern of taking. It is a shadow, not substance. Release the shadow so space opens for the real. Consider how many times confusion followed a conversation that appeared sweet. Consider how often your mind replayed events trying to make sense of contradictions. Healthy closeness does not leave you guessing. It replaces doubt with steadiness. You do not have to earn steady care. It arrives as a natural outcome when both people show up with honesty and follow through. Anything less is a detour from the life I picture for you. Detach from illusion, and you will notice peace returning like clear morning air. I never meant for you to drift in circles. Some people approach not to grow with you but to siphon the steadiness you carry. Recognize the snare. Sweet words are not enough. Sincerity shows through consistent respect. If respect is missing, step aside. Refusing the snare is not unkind. It lets each person own their growth. When you walk onward, you make space for those who wish to share rather than drain. Walk forward with a calm mind, knowing that protecting your well-being also honors mine because I place that well-being in you. You will know these companions by the quiet steadiness they bring, by how your shoulders drop and your thoughts clear whenever they simply enter the room or the conversation. It is time to wake up fully. See with the clear sight already inside you. Reclaim your right to safe mutual care. Your heart is not a testing ground for someone else's uncertainty. Enough waiting for a sudden change that never arrives. I recognize your worth. Hold to that recognition. Take steady steps away from any setting that treats your gifts as routine supplies. Do this without anger if possible, but with commitment. Close doors that reopen only for taking, never for real giving. Create breathing room. In quiet space, genuine companionship can grow free of mixed motives. Do not fear a season of solitude. Solitude is not absence. It is clean air. I remain close, steady, present. Let that awareness settle your nerves and guide each choice that follows. You have permission to move, to adjust, to begin again as many times as needed. I am not telling you to grow bitter or hard. Choose truth over fantasy. Free room allows healthier ties to arrive. These new ties will not mute your spirit but echo its tone. Trust that you are never alone. I stay near. Remember, saying no to imbalance is saying yes to well-being. You can respect people's humanity without letting them set careless terms for your life. Allow my peace to replace frantic pursuit. See how quiet teaches you which voices truly matter. When kindness returns as consistency, you will feel it. Until then, keep your distance while staying open to growth. This stance is a gift both to you and to the other person because clear ground fosters honest choice. When you felt invisible, I noticed. When your words were twisted, I understood your intent. When you doubted your value, I affirmed it. You are not forgotten or pushed aside. You were never meant to stand waiting in someone's backup plan. I watched every moment, even those hidden under forced smiles. I carried your quiet sighs and the weight behind them. Know this, your presence matters with or without applause, with or without an audience that understands. You do not need to compete for attention that should be offered freely. Healthy bonds show themselves in simple actions, listening, showing up, keeping promises. Expect those basics. They are not too much. Expect to be treated with fairness. That is normal. Anyone who calls these standards excessive reveals their own unreadiness, not your inflation. Let that insight free you from self-doubt. I am steady beside you, and my steadiness outweighs any temporary lack from others. How many tears must fall before you accept that I consistently care for you? How many restless nights before you hand over your worry? How many apologies for things you never caused? I am not angry with you. I feel deep compassion, yet I will not override your freedom. Today I offer clear sight because you are ready for it. You choose the pace, but know that each moment spent clinging to imbalance delays the calm that waits. Freedom from confusion will not arrive through more analysis of another person's motives. It will arrive when you step back and let reality speak louder than wishful thought. I will walk with you through discomfort, providing courage each time fear whispers. Do not judge yourself for lessons learned the slow way. Learning is still progress. Hold your head up, breathe deeply, and take the next small step toward healthier ground. Desiring honest closeness is strength, not weakness. Hoping for the best in people mirrors the light within you. Yet, I do not want you to keep pouring energy into a pot that leaks. Do not plant care where neglect is likely to grow. When someone repeatedly shows you disregard, believe their behavior. Empty promises should not be filled with your imagination. Measure value by consistent actions, not by occasional warm phrases. If someone explains away every failure to show up, listen to the pattern, not the excuse. Your time and vulnerability are limited resources. Spend them where they can thrive. Step back from connections that leave you tending one side of the bridge alone. You were never asked to shoulder both halves of a relationship. Shared care feels balanced, light, and clear. Hold out for that reality. It exists. Waiting strengthens patience, not loneliness, when guided by wisdom. You are not placed here to act as a spare part in anyone's life. You are meant to shine, to grow, and to receive love that uplifts in return. As long as you cling to broken promises, full growth stays stalled. Let go of their approval. Let go of hoping they will change. Release, not to punish them, but to protect your own calm. Peace follows release because the pressure to persuade or perform disappears. You can then redirect that attention to pursuits that build you up. Remember, you are allowed to choose environments where respect is the norm. This is not selfish. It is healthy stewardship of your life. Hold steady. Soon you will notice that space invites better matches. Ties that welcome you fully without endless negotiation. What you surrender in tension returns as clarity, assurance, and fresh enthusiasm for each new day. Letting go is not always loss. Often it removes weight you were never meant to drag. What I am arranging for you will not rely on confusion or strain. It will arrive with calm and mutual respect. I gave you a clear mind. Trust the steady signals inside. Stop waiting for more signs outside when peace within already guides you. You have witnessed enough to decide. Even if your choice feels hard, clarity will reward you quickly. Remember how your body relaxes when no one is asking you to doubt yourself. That ease is a compass. Follow it. Each step toward truth strengthens your voice and expands your capacity to give in healthy ways. Soon, new paths will open, marked by kindness that does not waver. Trust that I oversee these turns and will meet you in each one with steady guidance and unshaken care. Decide today that you will no longer override your own insight to keep others comfortable. Return to what is real and lasting. You are not too much, too emotional, or too intense. You are as designed, able to love deeply and sense truth. If someone cannot hold space for that depth, withdraw your vulnerable pieces. They are gifts, not items for careless use. Stop explaining your worth to those who benefit from your uncertainty. Keep sharing warmth with those who respond consistently, but offer it cautiously to those who prove unreliable. This practice safeguards joy without turning your heart cold. Respect yourself enough to step away from anything that says you are less than valued. Your openness remains holy. Protect it as you would a rare treasure. Do so with calm confidence, knowing that nothing good will be lost. By honoring your limits, you honor the one who created you whole. Do not accept any claim that you are broken simply because someone else lacks the ability to love well. You see potential in people, and that vision reflects my generosity. Yet potential differs from action. Affection that lives only in plans is a delay, not a foundation for health. The difference matters. A future promise without present follow-through keeps you circling hopes that never land. Notice the gap. Let reality guide you, not future talk. If support shows up only as ideas, release the tie so you can welcome support that walks beside you today. Stay kind, but direct your energy toward people who meet you with equal effort. That is not arrogance. It is balanced living. I cheer your choice to embrace what is real instead of what is merely possible. Your life deserves active care, not endless speeches disguised as love. I have watched the repeating loops, hopes raised, hopes let down. The familiar thought that next time will differ. Patterns change only when choices change. Choose freedom. Choose peace. Align with the growth I am guiding. Voices around you might claim that enduring constant strain proves devotion, that being needed equals being cherished, or that self-erasure is virtuous. Those ideas do not come from me. I do not author confusion. I never asked you to stay where you feel unseen. Healthy love invites transparency and shared responsibility. When you sense the opposite, step back. Your step back may invite the other person to grow, or it may simply free you. Either outcome serves truth. Stand firm in that understanding. Let calm words replace anxious explanations. Walk forward with quiet confidence, knowing that clarity benefits everyone, even if it stings at first exposure. Truth always liberates. Listen closely. I stay nearer than your breath. Every joy, sorrow, and lesson unfolds under my attentive gaze. I understand why arrivals and departures confuse you, yet none occur without purpose. Some people are present for a limited season, and that is enough. Do not measure the value of a connection solely by its length. Measure by what it contributes and what it teaches. When a chapter ends, trust that the story continues forward, crafted with wisdom. Release blame. Honor the good moments shared, learn from the hard ones, and step into the next scene with gratitude, not regret. I allow no meeting or parting at random. Each serves growth on one side, or both. One day, you will see the pattern with clear hindsight and marvel at the precise timing. Until then, let trust settle your heart whenever goodbye arrives sooner than expected. Gently, you ask why someone's kind words precede distance. Not all who speak softly are meant to stay. Departure does not always signal failure. Sometimes their role ended after a single lesson or shared joy. That limit does not diminish the realness of the moment. It simply completes it. Think of travelers meeting at a crossroads, sharing supplies, then parting toward unique horizons. The meeting was authentic, though brief. So it is with certain relationships. Their purpose may have been to awaken courage in you, or perhaps to spark reflection in them. Trust my oversight in each meeting and farewell. Let gratitude, not resentment, shape how you remember short chapters. Use the wisdom gained to guide your next steps instead of anchoring you to the past. Doing so honors the journey of everyone involved. In this way, endings become transitions rather than definitions of worth. Remember, some voices soothe for a while. Some gestures help only for a moment. These are blessings framed by time. Their span is measured by what needed to unfold either for you or for them. Do not cling to limited seasons or resent their passing. Receive the gift, release the source, and move forward. The mind often ties permanence to safety, yet growth thrives in movement. When a presence leaves, space remains for new insight and new support. Trust that space. Recall previous farewells and notice the good that later arrived. Patterns of provision repeat, reminding you that change rarely leaves you empty for long. Focus on the skills and awareness gained rather than on the void left behind. You are learning fluidity, resilience, and trust. These traits will carry you farther than any single person could, guiding you through future crossroads with quiet assurance. Always, I shape your story and close chapters only when their purpose is fulfilled. A charming presence may seem like a perfect gift, and sometimes it is. But gifts are not always lifelong. I send people to mirror kindness, to encourage, or to lift your spirits. Even these companions may shift roles over time. Do not equate a change in role with betrayal. Growth often requires repositioning. Welcome each phase for what it offers. Then allow the next phase to arrive without clutching the old. Trust that my guidance stitches the segments into a coherent whole. You do not need to force connections to remain unchanged to prove their importance. Importance lies in sincerity during the time shared. When the journey calls someone elsewhere, bless them and keep walking. Your path continues, enriched by every honest exchange. I remain constant, weaving lessons into strength for future chapters. Pleasant moments do not guarantee permanent placement. Some lessons arrive wrapped in laughter and light, and once their teaching ends, they pass. Thank them. Let them go and stay open to new light. In this rhythm, you will keep growing without carrying unnecessary weight. Let each goodbye make room for hello. Let each completion free energy for fresh starts. Hold memories gently without turning them into chains. Forward motion is not disrespect. It is agreement with life's ongoing flow. Take courage. I am here, steady, guiding. More chapters await, chapters written with clear respect, mutual joy, and steady peace. Walk toward them with a calm heart and lifted head, sure that every step echoes with purpose. No shadow can block the light set before you when you trust the process. Remain teachable, remain hopeful, and remain true to the insight gained so far. The journey continues, and it will display kindness in places you have not yet imagined. Some progress comes through friendships that are wonderful yet short-lived. Allow me to act even when my timing unsettles you. If something feels pleasant but blocks deeper purpose or slows your walk toward the richness I intend, I will clear it away. Think of it as trimming branches so sunlight reaches new growth. It always rises from care and prepares the way for stronger bloom. So when a chapter closes sooner than you expected, hold steady. My hand is never rash, and nothing worthwhile is truly lost. What stays after careful trimming will flourish with more color, fragrance, and strength than before. Trust the process, even while questions spin in your mind, for patient trust forms the ground where real confidence matures. Others may speak gently, yet hold goals that clash with my spirit. Their lips promise calm, while their presence quietly feeds unrest. Compliments flow, but the hidden aim, sometimes concealed even from them, leans toward personal gain, not your welfare. Because your heart is soft, you tend to assume the best, offer extra chances, and keep hope alive. Insight, child, differs from accusation. I give insight to guard your core, never to shame another. A warm smile can lack honest light, and a comforting hand may not seek your lasting good. Some friendly gestures mask detours that steer you off course, while others bait old patterns you have already outgrown. Learning to notice this saves strength for the work that truly matters. Do not be frightened. You do not walk through this learning alone. I will not allow confusion to linger without stirring your attention. When words feel sweet yet sit strangely in your chest, pause and listen to the quiet nudge inside. When kindness reaches your ears but peace does not settle in your stomach, stop and ask me for clarity. I speak through more than thunder or bright signs. I also whisper through a subtle sense that something does not line up. Treat that whisper with respect. It can spare you hours of regret and keep your journey clear. Respond early, and small signals will guide you before roads grow tangled. With practice, this gentle dialogue becomes a natural rhythm of safety. When I bring someone truly meant for your path, an unshakable calm will accompany them, even when details remain unclear. Follow that calm. It signals firm alignment. If I guide a person away, resist chasing after them. When a door closes, refrain from knocking until your hands ache and your spirit grows thin. The closing is not harsh. It safeguards the story we are shaping together. Acceptance frees your energy for relationships that fit your season and your purpose. Grace follows surrender, and fresh opportunities rise where you expected only loss. Often, you focus so hard on what seems to be slipping away that you fail to notice the space I'm clearing. Remember, I hear conversations you missed, sense thoughts left unsaid, and understand motives hidden from every human eye. I know the future trails each person will choose and how their choices could bend yours. When I remove someone, it is not punishment. It shields the treasure I have planted in you. Release them without resentment. Release with faith and quiet dignity. Your care and hope were not wasted, and they were not always harmful. Their role in your chapter is simply finished. Carry forward the lessons, celebrate the good moments, and press on. You were designed to move, not to dwell forever in the ache of unrealized plans. Some people arrive with bright smiles and words laced with sacred phrases. For a time, they may match your stride. Yet, pride can swell, control can creep in, and their inner compass can drift. When that shift happens, I will ease them aside. I love them still, yet my care for you requires that slow leaks be sealed. Subtle manipulation can dress up as wisdom or care, quietly draining courage. I will not let such fog linger when your heart remains open. I step in before unseen theft robs your focus and your joy. Trust the quiet route, and let gratitude replace grievance. You will later realize how much energy returned once that silent draw on your spirit was removed. Believe that I weave every detail for your benefit. Each departure I design is mercy, never neglect. These separations do not sentence you. They refine you. They do not leave you deserted. They lift you. Rising often demands letting go of weights that cannot climb. Some bonds would struggle for breath at the altitude of your next assignment. So I unfasten them for both your sake and theirs. Release allows you to breathe freely and keeps them from standing where they would only gasp. My intention is freedom all around, though it can look like loss at first glance. Over time, the wisdom of these partings will stand out like clear stars against a dark evening sky, unmistakable and bright. A day will come when you look back and feel genuine thanks for every closed door. Timing that once felt painful will reveal perfect alignment. Grace ran quietly through each goodbye, shielding you from deeper harms. If I had allowed you to cling to what was not meant for you, peace would have thinned, momentum stalled, and purpose blurred. Perspective will transform memories of loss into records of unlikely rescue, and joy will replace the old sting. When that realization arrives, compassion will grow in you for others facing their own problems. I do not ask you to understand all of this while the ache is fresh. I ask you to trust. Every time you hand a person, a plan, or a hope to me, you are not shrinking. You are moving closer to lasting joy. I have watched every tear slide down your face, noted each disappointment, felt the shock of being misunderstood, and seen familiar faces fade. None of it escaped my attention, and none of it was wasted. From these moments, I will draw resilience, empathy, and a deeper sense of who you are becoming. Even sorrow, when placed in safe hands, can be worked into wisdom. That wisdom will guide you through future valleys with steadier footing and a calmer breath. I am doing something new within you. Where confusion once spread like weeds, clarity will take root and hold. Depth will replace surface performance, and honesty will flourish in areas where only image mattered before. Prepare yourself. What comes next will not mirror the past patterns you have grown used to. Expect fresh ideas, fresh starts, and fresh opportunities that feel almost unfamiliar in their simplicity. They will not ask you to pretend or shrink. They will fit you like well-worn shoes, still sturdy for a long road ahead. Allow curiosity to rise where worry once lived and welcome the quiet excitement of genuine possibility. This renewal is gentle, steady, and entirely real. Set aside the structures that once held the old season. They cannot carry the weight of the new life forming. Do not grieve over shut doors while fresh gateways stand open. Do not chase what has walked away when I am sending what can stay and grow in health and honesty. If voices that once cheered now misunderstand or distance themselves, let them. Your future is not balanced on changing opinions. I am building a core within you that will not crumble. And everything begins with your choice to trust. Stand tall even when applause fades. Anchored hope does not depend on outside confirmation. What is solid inside will eventually draw the right partnerships outside, each marked by mutual respect and sincerity. You are not missing out. You are being refined for something wider and richer. I am narrowing your circle so its voices ring true, surrounding you with people whose lives echo the character I value. They will sharpen your focus rather than dull it with doubt. These bonds will lift your spirit instead of draining it. They will notice the real you beneath presentation and role. And they will stay not because you require them for completion, but because shared purpose draws you together. Conversations will feel light yet deep. Laughter will come easily, and disagreements will lead to better understanding, not hidden resentment. In this company, your gifts will grow naturally, and gratitude will thread through daily routines. Pause and breathe. Rest in the shifts, the quiet stretches, the unexpected turns. Do not fight the rhythm of your own seasons. Each carries purpose. Know that every ending I arrange births a beginning shaped precisely for you. Every exit opens space for a timely arrival. Trust the journey. Trust the timing. And above all, trust the one who guides your steps. In quiet moments, let your shoulders drop and your breath slow, remembering that progress is not always loud or visible. Sometimes the most significant forward motion happens underneath the surface of ordinary days, where patience, courage, and insight settle firmly into place. I am far from finished. You will grow vibrant again, trusting with sharper wisdom, laughing with lighter joy, and loving without dragging heavy memories into present moments. Life will still hold challenges, yet they will not shake you as before because your strength will rise from a deeper foundation. In days to come, you will notice how quickly you recover from setbacks, how naturally you extend patience, and how easily you choose hope. None of these will feel forced. They will arise as naturally as breath in rested lungs, evidence of steady growth within you. I remain your constant, the steady anchor beneath every wave. I watch over you with unwavering focus. When a new face enters your life speaking sweetly, welcome them with warm insight rather than blind trust. When I guide someone away, release them kindly, aware that my plans are sound. Let each twist and turn become proof of your expanding trust. Keep your heart open to me first so I can protect, guide, and grow you. This is your season to step into mature connections, choosing what lasts over what merely feels easy. Walk forward with clear eyes and relaxed shoulders, confident that grace surrounds you like quiet air, never flaunted, yet always present, sustaining every deliberate step you take. Child, stay alert. A challenging situation has been quietly arranged involving someone familiar. It was not born of impulse, but set in motion with careful thought. Soon you may feel subtle pressure to step into this scene. I want you to see it plainly, to recognize it for what it is. The coming invitation may carry polite words and nostalgic references. Yet behind the tone lies an agenda not aligned with your good. Understanding this before the first conversation will keep you steady and spare you from unnecessary regret. Clarity is a gift. I offer it now so you can navigate with calm resolve instead of confusion. Those extending the invitation may appear thoughtful. Their language may sound supportive. Yet their hearts do not surge with genuine goodwill. Good manners can hide a wish that you stumble, a quiet hope that your progress slows. These feelings often stem from their own unrest rather than anything you have done. Outward warmth can mask inward competition, and awareness of this hidden layer is crucial. See their pleasant surface without surrendering your discernment. You do not need to accuse or argue. You only need to remain awake. Remember that genuine friendship never demands you lower your guard or doubt your worth to keep the atmosphere comfortable. Do not judge solely by what eyes perceive. I see the silent chambers of every heart, the thoughts tucked away behind practiced smiles. My words today aim not to alarm but to protect. Your perspective is naturally limited. Mine is complete. If I warn you, it is because a safer road exists. Choose that safer road and avoid heartbreak that serves no purpose. Wisdom often walks in simple shoes, quiet pauses, thoughtful questions, gentle refusals. Use these tools freely. Protection is not paranoia. It is prudent care for the life entrusted to you. Hold peace in one hand and clear respect in the other, and you will move forward with dignity and calm assurance. These individuals once shared meals, stories, and laughter with you. Yet, their inner posture did not always match the outward closeness. Watching your progress stirred in them a sense of lack rather than shared celebration. Instead of letting your growth inspire their own, they allowed envy to take root. In quiet corners, they discussed you not to offer praise or seek deeper understanding, but to search for weak spots they could highlight. Small questions framed as curiosity probed for cracks they might widen. Recognize these tactics not with anger but with sober awareness. Knowing the atmosphere keeps your mind clear and your heart safe. Their private unease led to conversations aimed at shrinking your confidence. Questions that seemed harmless were calculated to uncover vulnerabilities. Now their quiet plan has moved from words to action. They extend familiar jokes, recall pleasant memories, and promise fresh support, all to draw you toward the scene they have staged. They hope comfort will dull your instincts, that nostalgia will override caution. Yet you are not obliged to attend every gathering you are invited to, nor to explain each decision. Maintaining a healthy distance is neither rude nor fearful. It is wise stewardship of your peace. Declining an invitation can sometimes be the most honest form of self-respect. Therefore, do not go. Do not respond in the way they expect. Now is not the moment to justify yourself, nor the time to chase understanding from those determined to misread you. Their struggle originates within them and lies beyond your power to fix. Even if you laid your whole heart open, they might distort what they see. Respecting their humanity does not require surrendering your well-being. Choose distance without hostility, clarity without performance. Preserve your energy for places where it can bloom. You own no long speeches. A simple, steady no is enough and often more effective than elaborate reasoning. I caution you because I see the road ahead. Entering their setting would likely wound your spirit, not through obvious injury, but through subtle dismissal, quiet jokes, and measured praise designed to keep you small. This is not a passing mix-up. It is a deliberate pattern. Outward charm hides discontent projected onto you. Recognizing the pattern allows you to step aside early and keep your joy intact. Think of it as stepping out of rain before the clouds burst. You cannot control the weather, but you can choose whether to stand under it. Choosing shelter is not weakness. It is wisdom born of experience. You remain my child, and I stay close. Hidden schemes are clear from my vantage point, and nothing escapes my awareness. Plans whispered in corners carry no mystery here. Every written word, every private conversation rests in full view of truth. I do not share this knowledge to embarrass anyone but to keep you free. When you realize that Real's safety comes from relying on my view, not on constant vigilance of your own, your shoulders will relax. I am not shocked by human weakness. I simply prefer honesty. Let that assurance settle you. No hidden plot can outrun clear light. I hand you this insight so you will step forward with wisdom, not trembling. I unveil the challenge to empower, not to burden. This is not your first encounter with disappointment, and it will not derail you. Remember earlier seasons when trust was broken and yet you emerged stronger. I was there then, and I am here now. Strength gained from past trials is like well-trained muscle. It supports you automatically. Draw on that memory. Expect resilience to rise quickly this time because you have already learned the rhythm of recovery. You know how to seek peace, how to breathe, how to wait until inner balance returns. Even in moments when you felt isolated, unseen helpers stood guard. When silence seemed heavy, invisible shifts were already working for your good. Therefore, do not be shaken by whispers or by the slow retreat of former supporters. Do not grieve endlessly over ties that loosen. Released hands are able to receive new gifts. Consider seasons of a tree. Some branches must drop leaves so new buds can appear later. Your life follows rhythms just as natural. Letting go is not a failure. It is cooperation with growth. Place sorrow in perspective, and you will notice fresh hope budding sooner than expected. I am preparing relationships founded on truth and steady affection. I will show them, and more importantly, show you, that the light within you cannot be dimmed by another's shadow. Their plans will tangle, their judgments will drift, and your clarity will stand out. Through calm thoughts and quiet urges, I will continue to direct your way. You will notice how easily you recognize genuine encouragement, how quickly you spot hidden agendas, and how peacefully you choose your steps. Such discernment will not harden your heart. It will simply keep your heart safe and open for the people and tasks that truly belong nearby. Feeling betrayed is most painful when it comes from someone you let close, someone you trusted, someone you cared for. You opened yourself to them, offering your affection as well as your trust. That risk leaves you vulnerable, which is why the pain runs so deep. Your willingness to love, to trust, and to care is not a weakness. It reflects how I made you. There is nothing shameful in your kindness. It shows the genuine warmth you carry. Your openness reveals the strength in your heart. I have known what it is to be close and then hurt. So I understand the sorrow you carry. Those who hurt you often act from their own struggles and unaddressed pain. They may have drifted from honesty and goodwill well before their actions reached you. The harm they caused is a signal of troubles growing inside them. Their choices reveal an absence of integrity that had built up over time. This painful experience speaks more about their own wounds than anything you did or felt. I see the truth behind their behavior. This particular pain, the cut that comes from someone once close, is undeniably sharp. Yet even this sting can lead to deeper wisdom if you allow it. Stay near, stay teachable, and I will walk you through the steady journey toward peace that remains. Over time, the hurt will soften, the lesson will crystallize, and gratitude will replace bitterness. One day, you will recall this chapter without the sharp edge, recognizing how it carved out space for courage, honesty, and quiet joy. Until that day arrives, lean on me for steady guidance and let hope keep its gentle flame alive within your heart. On nights when memories stir and the ache returns, speak openly with me. Silence is never demanded, and questions are always welcome. Pour out every thought, anger, confusion, regret, even indifference, and realize that authenticity strengthens connection instead of weakening it. Each time you share, the burden lightens a little, and space for calm insight widens. Step by step, pain will transform from raw wound to scar, a reminder of survival rather than a signal of loss. Remember that I value presence over polished speech. Amen. Thanks for watching God's Helps. Subscribe for daily divine messages. Click on the bell icon. Don't miss out daily God's message.